All day I think about it, then at night I say it. Where did I come from? And what am I supposed to be doing? All day I think about it, then at night I say it. Where did I come from? And what am I supposed to be doing? I have no idea. My soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure of that. And I intend to end up there. This drunkenness began in some other tavern. When I get back around to that place, I'll be completely sober.
To take a genuinely heroic, psychological, spiritual journey is always to turn aside from the clues that a culture gives you. Culture's always saying, you be like this person, you be like that person. The inner journey turns you back into yourself, says, who are you? That's a very, very different way of living a life. And increasingly our culture hardly knows about that journey.
A lot of people's growth has stopped at 19 or 20 because the normal movement is that the hurts of life close us down and close us up. They stop trusting, they stop seeing, they stop believing, they stop hoping.
Doesn't everything die and too soon? And what will you do with your one wild and precious life? We are a society now that's moving at ever faster rates toward more and more ephemeral goals. People are beginning to understand that this myth of progress is pushing us toward going faster and faster and faster and faster so that we don't have lives anymore. And you ask yourself the question, well, how can there be any heroic inner journey in a culture that doesn't allow you to slow down for more than 8 seconds?
We have to figure out how to put the contemporary world and the ancient wisdom together. Because the contemporary world can be beautiful, but also we can make a lot of suffering for ourselves, and we have.
There's an inherent significance by being itself. And I think that's the difference between being a human being and the human doings that we've been forced to become today. That it all depends on performance. What healthy people have is their very value comes from their being, not their doing. That's a big difference.
This descent into the dark night of the soul is always a part of discovering who you are, because it means that you have to discover that you're filled with a whole repertoire of human vices. They're all down there. You're selfish, you're also cruel, you're also fearful, you're also manipulative. All of us are also a factory of propaganda to reinforce our self-image. I'm cool, you know, I'm in charge, I'm not fearful and kind. That's me. So when you go on the descent, you find out, all of them are there.
Surrendering to who you are is probably the most courageous thing a human being will ever do. Because to accept one's mystery, the massive contradictions we are, the confused absurdity that we are, to accept the mystery of ourself, to ourself, always feels like a loss of innocence.
And it's true, Americans don't like this. We think of that as negative. Carl Jung once said that the task of a life is not to be good, but to be real. And to own all of those things in myself.
I don't think we choose to go there. I think we'd sooner act out the culturally accepted norms than become who we are.
The journey of the spirit is, in that sense, always going to be a countercultural journey. You've got to dare to say, this is my life.
It's often come to me that I can't imagine any sadder way to die than with a feeling that I never showed up in this world as my true self. But I can't imagine any more satisfying way to go out than to be able to say, to the best of my ability, in the work I did, in the relationships I held, in the associations I had, and in the activities I engaged in, I was there as who I am.
You're going to feel fear. You're going to feel a lot of self-doubt. You're going to feel a lot of anxiety. You're going to be lost. Now, just remember that other people have reported that when they went on this journey, they also felt that. To know those things, in that sense, is to begin to have a map. Not a map of where you're going to come out, but a map that says, when you begin to feel these things, you're not crazy. That goes with the territory.
All day I think about it, then at night I say it. Where did I come from? And what am I supposed to be doing?